Hello everybody, JB4576 here. Welcome to the newest reaction of Death Battle. Today we have Thor versus Vegeta. I'm rooting for Thor. I like Marvel. I do not care about Dragon Ball. I'm rooting for Thor. Let's get into this. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thor, the god of thunder.
And Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans!
The sky shakes when they appear, and the earth trembles when they approach. No world can contain the power of these two gods of war.
Or their egos. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death
Battle.
Thunder cracks, the heavens rumble, lightning blinds your eyes. You look up to the sky and pray for mercy because Thor is angry.
Well, you would have if you were a Viking. Nowadays, we don't have time for myths and legends.
Oh, don't we? For in the modern mythology of Marvel Comics, the Norse god of thunder was reborn.
And I'd wager this Thor is a hell of an upgrade.
The son of the All-Father Odin.
Thor, Odin's son, many millennia, 6'6", Prince of Asgard, founding member of the Avengers, current owner of Odin Force, greatest foe, Duke, Master 69.
So to teach him a lesson about humility and compassion and whatever, Odin exiled him to the worst place in the universe, New York.
I said Earth, but yeah.
Thor's Asgardian body is immensely durable.
Asgardian mutant hybrid, superhero longevity, vulnerability,
He's also the literal god of
breath,
strength. We're talking lifted a
light, warrior's
planet-sized
madness.
serpent strong, knocking out the Phoenix Force strong, arm wrestling with Hercules and almost throwing the Earth out of orbit strong.
Notably, he was once blasted with a graviton bomb, which subjected him to the gravity of a neutron.
Thor was also hit with a graviton beam, which supposedly increased his weight to infinity. He was still able to stand up and fight.
Star. That's over 200 billion times greater than Earth's gravity.
And he's got the stamina to match. Nice. Able to fight for 40 days and 40 nights without stopping.
And what better weapon for the god of storms to wield than a sentient cosmic storm? Eons ago, the almighty god Tempest rampaged through the universe. It arrived in Asgard, and after a pitched battle, Odin managed to trap it within a block of the magical ore Uru that he would forge into his son's hammer, Mjolnir.
Oh, what more can be said about this beautiful thing, forged in the heart of a dying star that went—
In Norse mythology, the reason for the short handle was because Loki was messing with the dwarves who made the hammer. Okay.
supernova and killed the dinosaurs. Mjolnir is maybe my favorite thing ever. He can channel bolts of lightning, manipulate the weather, open portals to other dimensions, and absorb and redirect energy attacks. Or just suck it out of your body against your will, like with this radiation dude. The presence. Not gonna be present for much longer, bud.
He's even used 2 Mjolnirs to absorb the power of the God Bomb, which would have killed
God
every
Bomb
deity in existence across time and space.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. Mjolnir can transmute the elements, turn Thor invisible and intangible, let him travel through time, and even bring people back to life. And if Thor wants to fly, all he has to do is take it for a spin. Literally, he throws that motherfucker as hard as he can and holds on for dear life.
And when he does, it flies fast enough to cross the entire galaxy in seconds.
Only one problem. It's a little teeny. Unlike Thor's big-ass axe, Jarnbjorn, it's sharp enough to cut through celestial armor, and it's unbreakable, and an axe. Okay, look, it doesn't have a galaxy storm inside it, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh shit, look, Wiz, I'm worthy.
No, you're not. There's no enchantment on the axe.
Well, then what the hell am I gonna do with this?
Oh, nice.
But should he face an enemy beyond the likes of even his world-shattering strength, Thor can harness his inherent godly power into one single ultimate attack. The God Blast.
God is right.
Nice.
Even Galactus, the devourer of worlds, shit his pants and bounced at the sight of such an awesome attack. Jesus, even the Avengers seem pretty small potatoes compared to this guy. Why'd he even bother with them?
Because not every problem can be solved by hitting it really hard.
Bullshit.
That was the point of Odin's lesson, to force his headstrong son to confront a world more complex and nuanced than his millennia of battle had prepared him for. Thor had to be more than a warrior, he had to be a hero.
He's battled Thanos, the Silver Surfer, and even the Sentry.
The Sentry is strong enough to contend with the World Breaker Hulk, a being strong enough to destroy the Marvel Universe over 100 times over.
That was determined in that video.
To demolish Ares, the Greek god of war, who can fight within the span of plank time. That's like the tiniest amount of time that we can imagine. There are as many planks in a second as there are grains of sand on Earth. Oh, wait, did I say Earth? I meant 10 million billion Earths!
Thor has taken disintegration beams trying to tear apart his atoms one by one. Survived.
He shook the universe with a thermoblast, succeeded Odin as king of Asgard, shattered the roots of Yggdrasil, snapped adamantium alloy cables, outsped a living planet across the solar system. That was probably Ego. Kept fighting while impaled and defeated Hulk, Sentry, Surtur, and those who sit above in shadow.
Mephisto trying to consume his soul, and even withstood a temporal rift that aged normal people to dust.
Oh, he's a hard bastard to kill, and even nastier when he loses his temper.
By entering a state known as Warrior's Madness, Thor commits an unpardonable sin in Asgardian society, and willingly sacrifices his sanity for a tenfold increase in power.
Yeah, despite being a really sweet lunk that talks like he's in Masterpiece Theater and dresses like he's in What's Opera, Doc, Thor has struggled with being worthy of his father's legacy and throne. But no matter what unbelievable shit Marvel throws at him, Thor always rises to the occasion. Take the time this big machine called the World Engine was controlling Yggdrasil, the world tree that connects 10 universe-sized realms.
The World Engine's purpose was to mechanically trick Yggdrasil into disrupting the natural flow of Ragnarok, the end of the world.
So Thor just pushed it and literally reversed the flow of fate. That's right. He outmuscled a giant multiversal tree and prevented Armageddon. Not a bad Saturday.
Cool.
And he'd go a step further and defeat the mysterious elder gods that manipulated the cycle of Ragnarok in the first place, ending it forever. So perhaps now when you look up at the thundering sky, you won't fear the god's capricious wrath.
Because you'll know it's just Thor, the god of thunder, kicking ass and saving the day.
Death battle. For Dragon Ball
Planet
mythology.
Vegeta, home to the bloodthirsty warrior race known as the Saiyans, and named for their mighty leader, King Vegeta. Noting the Saiyans' proficiency in genocide, the alien emperor King Cold and his son Frieza contracted them to be their personal hit squad, conquering worlds in their name.
But when Frieza felt these monkeys were getting a bit too uppity for their own good, he nuked them in their whole planet.
The king was dead, leaving his young son, the Prince Vegeta, alone. Burning with a grudge against Frieza for wounding.
Age 68, so close. Ha. Prince of all Saiyans, trained by God of Destruction Beerus, likes Bulma, his children, karaoke, pink shirts. Dislikes Frieza, losing to Kakarot and Teen.
His ancestral pride, Vegeta awaited the moment he could extract his revenge.
As one of Frieza's former top enforcers, Veggie was trained from birth to be one of the greatest warriors in the universe.
It helps that planet Vegeta had a gravity 10 times greater than that of Earth's, making his natural physiology significantly stronger and more durable than a human's.
As in making the whole friggin' Earth shake just by throwing hands.
And like all Saiyans, Vegeta can harness his ki, or inner life force, as a physical energy to make him even stronger, faster, and tougher than that.
Or literally shoot it at your opponent to blow him to kingdom come. That's right, Vegeta can point and click a planet out of existence with his soul.
Boom.
Man, that's hardcore.
He can use ki to fly at faster than light speeds, slice you to pieces with an energy blade, and even hold you in place with energy rings.
So, let's be real. Vegeta's favorite attacks can be summed up with big-ass laser. He's
Yeah.
got the purple big-ass laser, two-handed big-ass laser, rapid-fire big-ass laser, exploding ball big-ass laser, and it, omnidirectional your-ass-is grass big-ass laser.
I mean,
I gotta
sometimes
say,
that's all you
is the
need.
mouth-wide-open vomit big-ass laser. No, that's more of a Nappa thing.
I mean, to be fair, if all you need is big-ass lasers and most people are dead, so that's really all you need.
Kinda like this.
And kill dummy.
Impressive ki mastery, Boomstick.
It hurts when I breathe.
Vegeta's most terrifying ability, however, is the one inherent to his Saiyan biology. Whenever a Saiyan survives a life or death struggle, their power increases exponentially. That's what Frieza was so terrified of, the Saiyan's infinite evolutionary potential.
So it's no wonder Vegeta eventually toppled the alien tyrant with the help of another surviving Saiyan, Kakarot.
And with Frieza's defeat at the hands of this Earthbound Super Saiyan, Vegeta had a new rival and a new goal.
Become blonde! No battle required. Vegeta can harness the rage of his Saiyan heritage and transform into a Super Saiyan 2
Super
and a
Saiyan.
Super Saiyan 2.
But try as he might, Vegeta struggled to keep up with Goku's ever-increasing power.
I guess it doesn't help that Veggie is maybe the single cockiest bastard to ever have existed. Yeah, sure, dude. Let's Cell become perfect. Nah, we'll be fine. Hope your spine is doing all right.
Yeah,
Dumbass.
no.
But Vegeta did manage to accomplish something that even Goku couldn't do on his own, becoming a god.
Once he and Goku met the god of destruction, Beerus, they had a whole new lineup of martial artists to conquer, with some angelic training to boot.
With Spirit Fission, Vegeta can forcibly absorb an opponent's ki with every strike.
And he even learned Goku's patented...
While Vegeta has technically learned instant transmission, he has not mastered it and does not rely on battle similar to Goku.
instant transmission, allowing him to teleport huge distances.
But most importantly, with God Ki, he can go even further beyond.
After learning the Super Saiyan God form, a Saiyan can partially tap into its power without fully transforming, allowing them to boost their base form to similar heights. So Goku.
And become
that one
a Super
episode.
Saiyan God, a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan evolved.
His power got completely insane. The dude was strong enough to destroy the Room of Spirit and Time, an entirely
Crushed Goku in their first fight, outmaneuvered Frieza and his forces on Namek, destroyed planet Arlia effortlessly, held his own against Kid Buu for several minutes, trained under hundreds of times Earth's gravity, scales to Goku and Beerus, universe-busting power, defeated Semi-Perfect Cell, Frost, Golden Frieza, and Toppo.
separate dimension.
But has he ever
just
defeated
like
Goku
powering
when
up.
Goku was at his most
fought
powerful?
Beerus, he nearly destroyed the universe. And that was the very first time he ever went Super Saiyan God.
Considering we've measured Dragon Ball's Universe 7 to be up to 13 times bigger than our own,
As determined
he'd
in
need
that
to be
video.
punching with that much more energy to bust it. And since the shockwaves of their punches traveled across the universe in seconds, Goku would have had to be punching that fast too.
And that's not accounting for Vegeta's training in various exponential transformations. When an amount of power is measured by how many universes it can destroy, that power itself becomes incomprehensible.
Oh, we're not done. Vegeta can tap into the same monstrous energy Beerus has, destruction energy. And when he does, he can perform Hakai and erase your ass from existence entirely. It erases you physically, spiritually, and even temporally, as in it wipes you from time itself.
Such is the might of a god of destruction. For when Vegeta wants to go one step beyond, he seizes that very power. He becomes a warrior fueled only by lust for battle. He becomes Ultra Ego.
If Vegeta's head wasn't big enough before, his Widow's Peak probably has its own zip code by now.
As the offensive counterpart to Goku's Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego Vegeta is a veritable juggernaut, able to absorb any hits that come his way and return them even stronger.
Whoa.
It's wild this guy has a Napoleon complex. He's one of the biggest badasses ever to exist.
In a way, failing to beat Goku was probably the best thing for him. Vegeta's whole life was spent rebelling against the humiliation of his race, trying to prove his worth by being the best. By contrast, Goku's self-improvement was never stunted by his ego and insecurities. In realizing that, Vegeta became more than a fighter, but a husband and a father as well, willing to sacrifice himself for what mattered most.
And Vegeta got a taste of that himself when he hooked up with Bulma for some Super Saiyan sexy time. Getting to beat Frieza's golden ass probably didn't hurt either. He may not always win, but he'll never be put down for long. So be sure to practice your groveling, because this is one prince you don't want to piss off.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
No, I don't care about your sponsors.
Death Battle. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time
For a death battle! If I had to guess based on my track record, the character I want to win is not going to win, so I'm going to say Vegeta's going to win this. Based purely off of my own luck. But I'm rooting for Thor.
Ho there, mighty warrior. What business havest thou upon earth?
Throw that hammer at me again, and my business will be polishing my gloves upon your face!
Didst that count?
Yeah, I think it did.
Yield, damnable cur! Thou fightst well for a mortal. Alas, you face a god.
Yeah, Vegeta's faced gods before.
I have evolved beyond gods. I'm the Prince of all Saiyans, and you can burn in hell! Big Bang Attack!
Yeah, now I know Vegeta's not worthy enough.
Tell me, does a god such as yourself feel fear?
No fear, only fire!
Ooh, here's Berserk Hulk. Or Berserk Thor. Why did I say Hulk?
All you will feel is oblivion!
Feel heaven's wrath!
Teleportation. And here we go. Yep. Oh, what the heck?
Always aim for the head.
Oh, he remembered from Thanos. Oh, that was nice. Nasty, but awesome. Hell yeah.
Oh, I get it. Thor won because he's a natural blonde.
Despite
Ha.
Vegeta's immense power and tenacity, the God of Thunder had him outmatched in several key areas.
First off, the big one, who was stronger.
Despite being up against the God of Strength, Vegeta actually
Thor was
matched up
given
pretty
the
closely
Thor
with
Force.
Thor.
He'd
Both
scale to
could output power
multiversal
far in
level
excess
feats of the
destroying
likes
a
of
single
Odin,
universe.
furthering the gap in
It's
power.
always tough to get an exact number for Dragon Ball Super's most powerful characters, but we can combine the size of Universe 7 with multipliers from Vegeta's transformations to get a rough estimate.
It's important to note that Ultra Ego's power boost has never been stated, but we do know that Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta were roughly even in power. When Goku applied a Kaioken times 20 boost to fight Jiren, Vegeta kept up after going Blue Evolved, implying that both increases in power are roughly the same increase. Similarly, Blue Vegeta matched base Top, and needed Blue Evolve to keep up with Top's God of
It was later confirmed in an interview with Toyotaro that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is still weaker than several beings in his universe, including Broly, hence Vegeta's Ultra Ego likely cannot scale to Broly's full power.
Destruction form, which is extremely similar to Ultra Ego in theme and purpose. Given this is the best current example of a measurable measurable form akin to Ultra Ego, we can assume that Ultra Ego's boost in power, at least initially, could be extremely similar in terms of a percentage increase, making Ultra Ego's original state about 20 times more powerful.
Savage Hulk battled Hyperion, who survived the collusion of two universes at the same time. This all excludes the Warrior's Madness, which would likely multiply Thor's power another 10 times.
Evolve. With that in mind, Vegeta at his peak could destroy a universe roughly 260,000 times over.
And Thor was pretty close to that. Taking a look at the Marvel Universe's size, which has a radius of at least 1 trillion light years, as well as scaling to the Worldbreaker Hulk, Thor ended up only about 10 times stronger.
Not terrible.
This is stated by Starbrand, who possesses an incredible and precise understanding of the cosmos, confirming the estimation's legitimacy.
And it's definitely possible Vegeta's power could increase during the fight to match it.
But even if he was stronger, it wasn't the only thing that mattered. Ultra Ego's damage absorption could only do so much against an opponent like Thor.
Vegeta may have trained as a warrior from birth, but Thor has been fighting for millennia against a much wider variety of foes, allowing him to adapt to Vegeta fairly easily.
And the fact that Thor was way faster gave him a lot of leeway to use that extra combat experience.
Applying Vegeta's transformation multipliers to the shockwaves from Goku and Beerus' punches, Vegeta should be able to fight at nearly 300 quintillion times the speed of light.
But scaling to Ares moving within plague time? Thor would be over 70 quadrillion times faster.
More than fast
What
enough to
the
avoid
hell
Vegeta's key attacks, and even more importantly,
assuming Vegeta's
absorb
transformation
all of them
increases
with
speed
Mjolnir.
proportionally, it wouldn't
This
be close enough to
alone
close
could
the
shut
speed
down
gap.
all of Vegeta's ranged attacks.
Sure, Veggie could absorb it back with Spirit Vision, but he'd have to hit Thor first. And with that much of a speed difference, that's easier said than done. And since Thor can just will the energy out of somebody, he could just take it right back. And then some.
Even without absorption, Vegeta's ki reserves are not infinite, and many of his battles have ended with him at low energy. He was exhausted by the end of the Tournament of Power, which lasted about 1 hour in total.
Meanwhile, Thor fought an army for over a month straight.
Theoretically,
Whoa.
Vegeta could have ended the fight immediately with Hakai, if not for the fact that Thor has resisted existence erasure before, including physically, spiritually, and temporally.
Meanwhile, Vegeta had no way to match the God Blast, which could have killed friggin' Galactus. And that guy has threatened the infinite multiverse with destruction just as a side effect of his battles. That's a level of power beyond anything we've seen in Dragon Ball yet, let alone Vegeta.
Vegeta was never
Comics
going
are
to go down
very
easy,
weird.
But Thor's raw power, speed, and devastating godly abilities were too much for the Prince of All Saiyans.
Vegeta nearly won until Thor blew his mind.
You might say that
Nice.
pun was kind of terrible.
Ha.
You don't do puns! We talked about this!
Aw.
My thing.
Aw,
Well,
Poor
the
Wiz.
winner is Thor.
poor Wiz. He can't do puns.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be jumping into the next
Who's
matchup
next? All right,
week.
I already know
But you can
who's
always get
next.
more Death Battle right now by clicking one of those boxes right over there, and by downloading the battle music linked down below.
They posted that on Twitter. No, it's Homelander versus that guy from The Boys. Oh wait, Invincible. Omni-Man versus Homelander. I thought Homelander was from
There is no
Invincible. So, man, gonna end this on an Arby's ad. Okay. So, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.